Dear friends, let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to listen to a native English speaker? Maybe in a movie, a podcast, a news channel, or a talk show, and suddenly you realize you just don't understand what they're saying. You start with confidence, but after a few seconds, everything becomes a blur, fast, connected, and impossible to catch. You hear the sound, but not the words. You try to guess the meaning, but it slips away like sand through your fingers. You might replay it again and again, but still, it feels like a secret code you were never taught. You listen to Hollywood movies, motivational speakers, TED Talks, or even English news, but nothing changes. And then you begin to doubt yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe English isn't for me. But my dear friends, that's not true. You don't lack intelligence or hard work. You simply haven't learned how real English sounds in everyday life. You learned textbook English, clean, slow, and perfect. But native speakers don't talk like textbooks. They connect, shorten, and even change the sounds completely. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. In this video, I'll first explain the real reasons why you still can't understand native speakers. Then I'll share proven, practical tips that will train your ears and brain to understand real English clearly, confidently, and naturally. So, if you've ever felt lost, confused, or frustrated when listening to natives, stay with me till the end, because this video will finally open your ears to the real sound of English. And before we start, I have a simple request for all of you. Please subscribe to our channel, like, and share the video with your friends to fix this problem once and for all. Let's begin. Part 1. The real reasons you don't understand native speakers. The first reason you don't understand native speakers is the use of contractions. When native speakers talk, they rarely say full forms like I am, he is, they are. Instead, they blend them into one sound, I'm, he's, they're. You might have learned, I am going to do it, but natives say, I'm gonna do it. They don't pause between words, and the I'm going to becomes a quick I'm gonna. Your ears search for separate words, but natives give you one fast, connected sound. So when you hear she's been waiting, your brain is still expecting she has been waiting, and by the time it catches up, the sentence is gone. The solution begins with awareness. Start listening carefully to these contractions in real speech. Notice how often they appear. You'll realize natives use them all the time. Once your ears start recognizing them, you'll feel as if a secret door to understanding just opened. The second reason is linking, the way English words flow together like a river. Native speakers don't pronounce every word separately. They connect the ending sound of one word with the beginning of the next. For example, instead of saying, what are you doing, you'll often hear, what you doing. Get out of here becomes get out of here. I don't know sounds like I don't know. These are not mistakes. They're part of the natural rhythm of spoken English. If you expect to hear each word clearly, you'll always feel lost. But once you learn to listen for connections instead of separation, English will start to make musical sense, like you're finally hearing the rhythm instead of noise. The third reason is idiomatic expressions. Native speakers fill their speech with idioms, colorful phrases that don't mean what they literally say. When someone says, break a leg, they don't want you to get hurt. They mean good luck. When a friend says, that exam was a piece of cake, they mean it was easy. Idioms make English expressive and alive, but also confusing for learners who learned literal meanings. If you don't know these idioms, your brain tries to translate them word for word and gets lost. That's why you need to start collecting them, understanding their meanings in context and using them in your own speech. The fourth reason is phrasal verbs, small phrases that completely change meaning when combined with prepositions. Look up doesn't mean to literally lift your eyes, it can mean search for information. Turn down can mean refuse, as in he turned down the offer. Put off means delay, as in don't put off your dreams. Phrasal verbs are everywhere, in songs, movies, and daily talk. But if you only learn single vocabulary words, this can sound like another language altogether. The fifth reason is slang and informal English. Native speakers use slang to express emotion, humor, or friendship. They might say, "That movie was lit," meaning amazing. Or, "Let's hang out," meaning spend time together. Slang changes fast. Every generation creates new ones. So if you only learned formal textbook English, this can sound strange or even meaningless. The final reason is English sounds and rhythm, the invisible music of the language. Certain English sounds like the TH in think or the R in world may not exist in your native language. Native speakers also reduce small words. Going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna. They use stress and intonation to carry meaning. Without training your ears for these patterns, it's hard to follow what's being said, even when you know all the words. So these are the real reasons: contractions, linking, idioms, phrasal verbs, slang, and rhythm. But don't worry. In the next part, we'll fix this step by step. Part 2. Proven tips to understand native speakers easily and confidently. 1. Listen to real English every day. Listening is the foundation of understanding, and improvement begins with exposure. Every day, listen to real, living English. Movies, YouTube videos, podcasts, TED Talks, interviews, and audiobooks. Don't worry about understanding every word. Focus on catching the rhythm, tone, and emotion. And here's the secret. When you listen carefully, you start hearing everything we discussed: contractions, linking, idioms, phrasal verbs, slang, and rhythm. Take a notebook. Call it your listening journal. While listening, note down what you hear: a strange contraction like gonna, an idiom like hit the road, or a slang word like chill out. Write them, look up their meanings, and repeat them aloud. For extra practice, visit our channel English Lit Stories every day. Each story and lesson here will help you recognize real English the way natives actually speak, not just what's written in books. 2. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing means imitating what you hear, like a shadow follows a body. Choose a short clip from a movie or a podcast, play one line, pause, and repeat exactly what you hear. Same speed, same tone, same emotion. This exercise doesn't just improve pronunciation, it trains your brain to process fast speech. Within weeks, you'll notice you're understanding words you used to miss completely. 3. Read aloud with emotion. Reading aloud helps you internalize rhythm and sentence flow. Choose short articles, motivational scripts, or dialogues, and read them out loud with feeling. Don't just pronounce the words, perform them as if you're telling a story. This builds your pronunciation, intonation, and confidence at once. When you read emotionally, you start hearing English from inside yourself, and that's when real fluency begins. 4. Create an English environment around you. You can't learn a language you don't live in. Change your phone settings to English Watch your favorite shows without subtitles. Think in English. Talk to yourself in English while cooking or walking. Make English your daily companion, not just a subject. The more your brain hears and sees English everywhere, the faster it adapts. 5. Practice speaking every single day. You can't wait until you're perfect to start speaking. You become perfect by speaking. Talk with classmates, teachers, or friends online. If no one's available, record your voice. Listen back, notice how you sound, and improve little by little. If you're watching a movie, pause and repeat the dialogues. If you're reading, speak the lines aloud. Remember, every sentence you speak brings you one step closer to confidence. And 6. Focus on meaning, not every word. When you listen to natives, don't try to catch every single word. Focus on understanding the message, the feeling, the idea. Native speakers care more about meaning than grammar. Once you relax and stop translating word for word, your mind becomes faster, and suddenly you realize you're following the whole conversation without even trying. And 7. Be patient, consistent, and kind to yourself. Learning to understand native speakers is a journey, not a race. You're retraining your brain to hear new sounds, new rhythms, and new meanings. That takes time and daily practice. Even babies listen for years before they speak, and they never give up. So stay calm, stay consistent, and trust the process. Listen every day, repeat fearlessly, and enjoy the small victories. One phrase, one sentence, one moment of understanding at a time. My dear friends, remember this. You can understand native speakers, not by memorizing rules, but by training your ears and heart to listen differently. Start today. Listen more, imitate more, and never be afraid of making mistakes. Because each sound you understand brings you closer to fluency, and every moment you practice brings you closer to your dream. And if you truly want to continue this journey, stay connected with English Lit Stories, where every word has a story and every story brings you closer to your success.